Good day to you wherever you may be listening to me. I want to make this as short as possible, and this is as a result of what is happening in our society, especially from the story of Sammie Okposo, the musician who just got caught. Because that is what happened, he got caught. There's one thing we have to know as human beings, except we want to keep living in denial, that the brain naturally craves for four things: food, sex, water, and sleep. As an adult, we always crave for these things. In my previous video, I've mentioned how much it is innate in men to crave for sex. Women also crave for sex. In fact, during ovulation in women, some women could be tempted to go and drag any man and have sex with them. It is natural, but it takes self-control because you have to think of the consequences. Now, there are facts on ground. As an adult, either single or married, you can be attracted to more than one person, except you want to be living in denial. That is why, as much as possible, you don't tempt yourself. We all have our strength, we all have our weaknesses. Yes, men are weaker when it comes to falling, but women have been seen to also fall several times. The only thing is that they have not been caught. Yeah, because men do it more often. If I'm asked not to enter a room with rotating CCTV, for example, and I enter 10 times, there is a higher probability of me being caught on the CCTV than someone who entered just once. There's a story of a lady I read on the internet recently, and she came to confess about how her husband set her up with another man. What happened is that she fell for it, because this dude was able to enter her so much, showed her love, showed her affection that her husband may not be given. What the husband forgot is that it is natural for human being to gravitate towards where he will find more affection, more love, more peace of mind. Why will you tempt your husband? Why will you tempt your wife with another man or with another woman? It doesn't make any sense. In fact, it's been proven also by psychologists that an average man thinks about sex 32 times a day, 50 times a day. An average woman thinks about sex about 10 to 18 times a day. There are different figures, but I know that these are real because I am also a man. It's now left to you to digest it or to make it happen. Everybody has three lives: your public life, your private life, and your secret life. You listening to me now, you know I'm telling you the truth. So we need to stop the hypocrisy and face the facts and see how we can work on ourselves. Because that's the main thing. We are humans. We have blood running through our veins. We have hormones that control some of these things. Now, where self-control comes is what matters. In my last video, I mentioned how men will always take more risk compared to women. So, for you women to understand men and for men to understand themselves, that when they fall like this, when they cheat on their spouses, it hurts women badly. I cannot even begin to imagine that of a woman. And we are now in a society where morals have been driven away, where our value system has been driven away. I know that some of these things have been forced on us. Naturally, from the get-go, men have been allowed by all religion, by all tribes, to have more than one woman. We need to face reality that the fact that a particular religion says, oh, it is one man to one woman, will not solve the problem. There are a lot of mistakes that are happening in marriages, and both men and women are responsible for it. One very key fact is that men will definitely stray more. The reason why they will stray more is that they are also engaged in a lot of activities that will make them stray. Apart from the natural sexual urge that men have, men will also go out to drink, men will go out and take substances, men will hang out the more. Alcohol, for example, is an aphrodisiac that will increase sexual urge in men. There's something I keep wondering about, that a prostitute will stay on the street by 12 a.m., 1 a.m. in her skimpy clothes with so much faith that a man will walk out of a beer parlor or of a hotel to come and ask her for sex. I mean, that is how much some women understand men. It is crazy. We may keep deceiving ourselves because that's one thing we enjoy doing. Hypocrisy everywhere. It's been proven out there in different research that 7 out of 10 men with normal sexual drive are polygamous. That means they will crave for more than one woman, regardless of if you are religious, you are spiritual, you are a pastor, a prophet, you are a man. In fact, men with money and power are more likely to be polygamous. And this have to be known. So unfortunately, most women are more attracted to such men. I am aware that women are also polygamous in nature. We don't need to deceive ourselves. Only that women have more self-control than men. And apart from having self-control, most tradition, most religion will definitely condemn a woman trying to move from one man to another or trying to cheat on her husband. From research, for example, it has been said that over 50% of women, both single and married, are crushing on their pastors. Over 50% are likely to fall for a man more powerful than their husband. Over 70% of women are likely to fall for a man who is rich, especially if their husband is poor and cannot take good care of the family. Over 50% of women are likely to fall for their exes if the environment is favorable, and especially when the husband's shoulder is not always there to lean on. So what are we saying? The feelings are natural. It is normal for you to feel somehow, but how you control yourself is what we are talking about now. So if a woman is focusing on a man from a frontal view, you don't know what the back is looking like. The primary thing is how you manage your man. Now you are getting exposed to how men feel, how men could behave. And it's easy for one to keep blaming men. There are wolves women out there. Ladies who are wolves, who are looking for homes to crash. If we really want to change the world, if we don't want to keep feeling bad and making others feel bad, we work on ourselves. And the power is in us. We have the right to decide on what we think. We have the right to decide on how we live our lives. I am not an hypocrite. I will not lie to myself as a man. There are times I will be in my hotel room alone and I will think of a lady who is not my wife, and I will ask myself, if this lady walks in, will I oblige? And deep inside me, my answer will be yes. Because as a guy, I'm vulnerable. So the main thing is, when you are in a vulnerable position, try not to prove that you are assistant God. You are not God, you are human. So don't tempt yourself. Someone said, don't brag about morals until you have money to fund your temptations. There may be things hidden in poverty, for example. Now, what you think matters. So as much as possible, control your thoughts so that you don't get tempted. And when you get tempted, control yourself not to fall so that you don't break someone's heart. You may know the right thing to do and you decide to do the wrong thing. I think this is a problem with most men and women who are messing up. As much as possible, I want to suggest that before you take that action, think about the person that may be hurt if you do it. A mistake repeated more than once, they said, is a decision. So if you decide to tempt yourself, if you decide to put yourself in compromising position and you fall, blame yourself for it. As a man, I will advise you, don't brag that you cannot fall for women. Don't say you can resist a woman. If you are in a compromising position, run. If you don't want to do it, flee. Don't stay and be doing bragado that you are strong. You are not strong. Woman body no be the thing where you go joke with. The way God create them, they make blood rush, make all the blood rush from your head to your down. So think well. If you don't want to fall, run. That's the solution. If you won't fall, stay. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Okposo. Please click on the subscribe button if you are yet to subscribe to my channel. Also click on the notification bell beside subscribe button to get my subsequent videos.